Yeah, that's kind of how I feel when trying to emulate this. Probably gonna have to redo this whole line. It's okay. I have more time today, so I can actually. Some of it done. some of that, not a lot. Come on, I have to blindly hit this key. Fuck it, it's gonna be one second. There we go. I don't know what this says. Oh, it's a blur. Okay. Hey, Badger, what's up, dude? Cool. Same. Just trying to get some of this bad. I'm not getting what I want, but that's, you know, regular. Like the time, it just takes a long time. I don't like that it takes a long time to get anywhere. I'm figuring out a lot of stuff. I'm like trying to go through some of this brush set, and some of it is pretty interesting. Found a couple of things that I'm already keeping. So that's good, you know, a little bit here, a little bit there. Yeah. Spend a long time on this one, I feel like. I already spent too much time on this. Once I figure out the things I want to figure out, this could be really good though. Real easy. Real easy. this, and I could do that. That's not a problem. That all takes time.
Check it.
Sorry, it's gonna be a bit boring. I'm gonna be focusing on this. I really need to. I don't know, I feel like I've lost a lot of time and probably a lot of skill. And so I'm just gonna be trying to get back to where I was. If I can't get back there, I'd like to go somewhere else. I can't tell you. It's just a lot of stuff. main issue is that I have a headache. Just splitting my head wide open. There has to be a word for wanting to beat yourself up. On the canvas. Some sort of like artistic Schadenfreude. I'm gonna come up with that word. Maybe like self-art flagellation? I don't know. Something like that. Some sort of weird necessity to sort of weird necessity to feel bad and fail and learn. I don't know. Difficult to describe. It's like saying something like, I'm not gonna take any shortcuts today. I'm just gonna do everything by hand or some shit like that. Something crazy that like you don't need to do, but like whatever. I'm gonna do it. Hey, Dear Bard, thanks. Appreciate you, man. I'm not saying anything good anyway. You'd be joining the rest of everybody in here. If there is anybody in here, I don't know. I haven't been checking. Just kind of like I'm just in that zone where I just don't give a shit. I don't know. I'm sorry. I feel bad and selfish. I only have like a couple hours every day to paint, I feel like. And I should paint more, and then I'm tired and I feel guilty, and I just have like a lot of remorse. Constant remorse. I need to find a happier life painting balance. Not even sure I have a light source. Hey Ixie, what's up? I haven't even been streaming. Dear Bard. Dear Bard. Dear Bard is bae. Actually, like the weird, shitty color dodge effects. I'm gonna like use those somehow. I don't know exactly how, but I feel like this part here, this part I was trying to emulate here. What do you call that? This part is like, it has to be like some kind of saturation layer on color dodge or some shit like that. I tried to emulate it, but it's like, it's very difficult. Or texture brush and color dodge. I don't know, just the fact that he has this weird highlight that creates that form for the arm, and then like you zoom out and you just like, you don't really even see it. Like especially in the finished one, you just see this like small line here, something like that, and it just creates that edge, and it's just really great. I don't know, something about Rengio's work is just really, really fantastic. I really want to emulate it. That's what I want to do, but I can't do it, and so like there becomes kind of an issue in describing that. I really suck at being Rengia. Like I'm not sure how to like what's the solution to that? I'm not sure if I want a solution that's just not like mine, because I think that's the only solution that would work, one that would be mine. Like I have to figure out what I have to do to be a better Rengia. I'm not sure if it's gonna be like oh well, you just need perspective in your work, or you just need to draw. I really hate that criticism. Just you just need to figure out how to draw. I understand it, but it sounds like you just need to get good, which is like really not. I understand I need to get good. I get that. That's true. That's 100% true, and at the same time it doesn't help. But yeah, I know I get that I need to get good. I understand that wholeheartedly. But I just hate it. I hate the what's it called? And I hate that it's true. That's another thing. But yeah. Maybe hate is the wrong word. Like it hurts my head. It hurts my head that it's true. Like I don't hate it. It's just like I feel bad about it. But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, I feel like I need to just get good. To get good needs to happen. What can you? Oh, I need to hurry up and get good. It's true, but not exactly helpful. Yeah, I get this a lot. Like, this, I call it just an immaterial argument. Like, one of these guys will come into the store and they'll be like, hey, I know people that can do this job faster. It's like, yeah, that's great. I believe, you know, a priori, that's true. You know, like there's an assumption that there is a, you know, I'm not the best and there's people that do it better. Right? But that doesn't help you at all because, like that doesn't matter. Like, get those people in here. Why am I the only... You want to... Yeah, get those people in there and pay them and then, like, just fire me because I feel like, man, I'm just dragging your operation down. Just like, what am I doing? I don't want to be a bother, sir. But yeah, it's like it doesn't help. It doesn't help, and it kind of just, what it does is it's a dig at me to make me feel bad. But I'm not saying that that's like the same thing with the drawing thing, because I feel like I do need to understand drawing, and that's true. It's not a personal attack, but like it's not analogous to that situation, which is a personal attack and is meant to act as like long-term negotiation tactic, you know, or trying to just squeeze just more out of you for the same amount of money and the same amount of time. Just double your labor. I love these people. It's like my job is very simple. I put shit in the right spots. The easiest job in the world. And so it takes time to do this job. It's not, you know, it's not a difficulty question or, you know, quality question. It's the time that is required to do these things. That's it. That's all it. It's very simple. And so it's like it takes two people to do the whole store. And then it's like it's usually two people. And then it's like I come in and it's like I'm alone, and they're like, okay, we need you to do the whole store. And I'm like, okay, but that takes two people. And they're like, no, you're gonna do it by yourself. I'm like, I can't magically double my labor. That's not gonna happen, buddy. So I don't know. It's just, you know, classic retail. Classic. Just do the job of two people. Just do that. That's gonna work. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm complaining. I just feel like a lot of angst. Angst at this job. I told the guy part-time, 3 or 4 days. He gave me 5 days. I don't know. Hopefully that switches next week. But this week I'm still like, at least 5 days isn't 6 days. I feel like they're gonna call me in on one of the days that I'm supposed to come in, though. I'm not supposed to come in either. Hey, Blue Komari, thank you for the kind words. Appreciate you. Appreciate ya. You know, the best part of this whole enterprise, where I can do a couple of places at the same time, is that there might be at least one person like in one place, and so if everyone knows that there's multiple platforms that I'm on, they'll be like, oh, okay, he's not just complaining to thin air. Which a lot of times I think I am. Which is okay. I think that's best. I think that's for the best. I don't really you just like, my brain just goes in overdrive sometimes and I just start complaining, and it's like, it's best that there's no one there to hear it. But it's just yeah, it's venting. Because you can't tell these people anything, right? And like, you tell them, like, you know, this isn't possible, and they just like look at you like you're retarded. So a little bit of venting. I need to leave because my PC can't handle stream and drawing at the same time. Streamed OP. Sorry about that, dear Bard. Hope you didn't lose too much work. But yeah, thanks for coming by. Yeah, appreciate you. Yeah. I forgot that he was listening with the sound off. I was like, damn it. I gotta type this now. I also love that my messages will probably go to like everybody, and then it's like, who are you talking to? It's like, no one knows. Nobody knows. I'll walk into like the bus, and then my phone just blows up with YouTube sending me like I'm getting looks now, like whenever I get copy striked, because my phone just like blows up. It's like 30 or 40 messages from YouTube, and my phone is just like non-stop vibrating. Cause how nonsensical can I leave the lighting, I wonder? Without it becoming too crazy. Because I still have to do the face. I just kind of ignored the face. I want to use as much of this as possible. I want to steal as much as possible. I don't know. Maybe I can figure out something that I can use later in a different piece. But I want to borrow as much as possible because his work is too good to just pass up. I don't know, like, if I could steal the eye. I feel like that would be too much, but I want to steal the idea. The idea is very, very awesome saturated things. Very smooth transitions. I don't know how he gets them so smooth, and like 50 colors at the same time. I feel like he's doing like some kind of saturation shenanigans with like multiple passes, and then finally it's like a blur pass, and then it's just like, oh, there's all these colors in here. But I do want to use some of these colors. Where's your light source? Someone asks. Do I even have one? I don't even know at this point. I'm just gonna make light sources post factum. They're just gonna like, oh, this is lit. Okay, I need a light source here. Fuck it, put one here. That's what's gonna happen at the end. So he has this like, this look, and then I guess what he does is he goes in, he just draws everything, and then blurs out things. And I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. Just multiply some. I think he works a lot with this drawing pencil multiplying. I feel like this one and this one, whatever this like 10 stars is, whatever that means in Chinese. I gotta translate this. This probably says, this is the worst brush ever. Please don't use this. 7 stars. I think it's a skin texture brush. Or some kind of, maybe saturation. I feel like I've seen this sort of effect in his work. But I feel like he does more work with the drawing pencil than anything else. Do that. It's just that it's difficult to do it. Shape over a little bit. That shape over a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, I think step 1 of living the good life is not to work retail. Somehow. My coworkers are awesome, at least. You know, that's like the best part is that, you know, you have like, you form bonds against like crackheads, which is kind of cool. Because a lot of people that come to the store are just like, just the funniest. I don't know what to call it. I call them crackheads. We just kind of like go with it. I don't think that's corporate, the corporate definition for people who just come in to steal shit and just fuck things up, but it's just like, I love the fact that like where would I put my dark color? Right here. This is where I would put it. There would be a shadow here under the hair, right? What does Rangia do? That's a highlight, boys. I'm just going to highlight here. Yeah, this one I've seen. Yeah, this one on Picardo. Yeah, it's a good one. Fuck him. Fuck that. Fuck all that. I'm looking at it and I'm just like, this is so simple. I could do this. And it's like, wait a second. Wait a second. No, I can't. What the fuck? But it's those decisions. Like, yeah, so it is like a lot of blurry stuff, and then he just goes in, he makes what's it called? Goes in and he does a lot of work with the drawing. Let me see. All of his brushes are different, or at least he has cool presets that are different. Notice that there's no 5-star brush. I guess he renamed. Oh, I think I see it. I think I see it right here. Brush sheet 1. I think that's what it is. Because there's multiple ones. I think I've seen this on like Chinese digital painting. Oh, it's digital painting CG. Wait, hold on. Is this just Rangia? No, it's got using K. Oh, he's one of my favorites. He's like probably one of my favorites. That not many people. I feel like not many people know about. Yeah, this is dope. I don't want to look at my work anymore. Can you just like turn this off and like browse Rangia's paintings for a little while? Because that's what I want to do. He's obviously using ref. Yeah, no like point not to use ref, especially like if you're what's it called. Especially if you're what's it called. I'm using ref right now. The thing is that my ref is like more abstract than, or is it less abstract? But yeah, I'm trying to break apart his process in my terms. Like, you know, like how everyone has their own little language. Like I'll call toilet paper, and someone else will call it bath tissue, right? So like the language that you use in your head isn't really the same as anyone else's language. And it's not words, it's like the words are even more like the shadow of those concepts. So with drawing, it's about the same. I'm not sure about this. This little thing that I made here. Drop that. Did I drop this thing? It's kind of like a chin. I feel like I want to drop it. I have another layer just in case I change my mind. And so like, what is Rangia's painting style in Vlad's words, or my painting strokes, and my approaches? Like, how do I translate that to that? Yeah, it's like mostly soft brush or blur, and then you get things like if you zoom in, you can start seeing like this is some kind of weird stuff. What's this? I know this isn't like, see, when I make a stroke, it's like this stupid pixel line, but when he makes a stroke, it's like some kind of weird shape. I don't know. I think this is his, what's it called? Oh wait, no, not this one. Yeah, this one? Yeah, might be this one. He uses mostly soft brushes in his template engine. Had huge resolution. When it's smaller, it looks different. Probably. Yeah, probably. Yeah, that's another thing, that this is definitely not the original resolution. Like, this is like, he definitely draws at 10K, but like even for me, like, I'm drawing at 10K, right? And he draws at something like 10K. When I make a pixel line, oh, okay, it's working now. Okay, never mind, it works. It's still ugly, but it's less ugly. You know, if I make it with black so you can see it, it's still a little bit ugly. That's what I was trying to do with the hand. I was trying to like make every single one of those lines, but like I just don't know. I can't do it. I can't. But yeah, all I want to do is translate what it is, something like it is to be Rangia. What's it like to be Rangia? There must be something. Skin brush, could that would be the one that he uses for skin? I don't know. I think I overused purples in mine. And there's just like this one line, one pixel line there, you know. But yeah, describe that problem. I suck at being RGN. So that someone can... Oh, I don't know. Yeah, sometimes I just want to solve things by myself. I don't want help. I just want understanding and acceptance. No. Should baddies be allowed to be bad at art? I don't know. I was just having this conversation with Sean. Intellectual powerhouses on the internet talking about things. Some of the things that are like in Britain, I feel like we would really benefit from that in like the hood. I feel like that would really be helpful. Maybe. Probably not, because I don't think it would work. They have this thing called inappropriate behavior unit. Like what? I feel like if you put one of those people on like the bus or something, I don't know. I don't think that the whole day would be them solving like just petty nonsense. It just wouldn't work. I don't think it would work here. It just wouldn't work. Maybe you could get fined for pettiness or petty bullshit. Like say for instance, if you start a fight because someone stepped on your shoe or something, you get a fine or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how these things work in the UK though. Like I just saw the guy's uniform and it said inappropriate behavior unit, which means there's more than one of these guys. Whole unit of I'm getting hungry, but I have a steak that I'm gonna cook. Just gonna eat a steak for breakfast because I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I think the little reds kind of make it look like she's a data program type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Not like not like her eye things or whatever. This is like from the color dodge. I figured out how to use it. Just nonsense color dodge. I'm not sure what those antlers are. I just kind of put them in. Might have to take them out because I don't know what I'm doing with them. They were part of the neck, I think, and then I just kind of, I don't know. I could put them in, I just don't know. Whoops. I don't know. they belong. Pettiness. I heard Sargon of Akkad is doing a BBC interview. they're gonna Jordan Peterson him. This is gonna be it's gonna be like Kathy Griffin, Jordan Peterson, except Kermit crushes Sargon like intellectually. Like it's not even. I bet if you could quantify IQ, it would be like, I don't know, 300 to 120, some shit like that. Wouldn't even be, because he is able to operate in real time at just like, I don't know. There's a bunch of people who come up with arguments on the fly and are able to do this like. And it's mesmerizing to watch. Like, there's only a couple of people, and they're very good at it, and so that's why they, have these huge platforms. Kings of debate, like Bill Clinton comes to mind. If you ever watch Bill Clinton debate, he just fucking crushes people. It's not even like a, it's not even a contest. He just he smashes them. So, If you ever wonder why, Ben Shapiro doesn't challenge Bill Clinton to a debate, that's probably why. He knows he would get decimated. Even now, Bill Clinton's like super, super old. I bet he still has those chops, Same thing with Kermit. He's very good. But Sargon isn't. So I want to see I want to see that documentary because they're gonna make him look like a retard. I can guarantee you that that's gonna happen. It's just they won't even need to do anything like nefarious, like cut anything, because like with Kermit, with Jordan Peterson, they need to do things like that. That like there was a Fox interview I think, and they just like cut out parts, just deceptively edited to make them look bad. Ow! Hey, thank you so much for the host, Silicon Bleach. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. How's it going, buddy? Did you have a good stream? Appreciate you. Appreciate the host. Thanks so much. I'm just drawing like an anime girl, I guess. Anime android girl. Rungia style. Or an attempt. There was an attempt. Hey, Laura. What's up, dude? How's it going, guys? Hey, thank you for the host. I forget that there's a loading time sometimes. Appreciate you. Appreciate the host. Going good. Going good. Slowly but surely progressing towards, whatever it is that I have in my mind. How's it going, man? How's the stream? And thank you for the follow. Lorenzo, appreciate you.
Please notice me. I watch Asian cartoons.
Did you finish up anything cool? Or are you still working on it? You know, I'm always still working on things. I'm just like, I give up. Going great. Been getting into illustration myself these past couple of months. Awesome, awesome. Need more illustrators. Illustrators are cool. Illustration. Charcoal underpainting. Ooh, sounds fancy. Hi, thanks, dude. Hi, I appreciate you. I'm struggling with it. It's like it's going. You know, it's gonna take me a while. I'm trying to steal as much as possible and trying to figure things out as I go. No. On the right is Rengia. I'm trying to steal like some of the ideas. I wish I could paint that way. That's the end goal. If I could paint that way, then you know I wouldn't need to paint this way. But you know, at some point, I will be able to point that way. It's just gonna take me, you know, 200 years. Yeah, soon enough. Soon enough. Yeah, always studying, always learning. I feel like I don't do straight up pieces anymore. I always have, you know, something that I'm trying to learn. I don't think I have personal work anymore. I just have like just work I do, and then I have like kind of like, yeah, because I don't take too much time to do, you know, super focused studies. I do super focused studies while doing work now. So it just takes too much time, I guess. I don't know. Even sicker. Aw, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's a slow burn. Yeah, I think it works. It's just like, it's a little bit like daunting, cause like you're trying to figure out what someone who's like been doing it for longer and doing it better than you, and it's always like I'm not figuring it out for like a long time. But if you're okay with that, then the world is your oyster. I feel like at that point it's just like, all right, I can do that. 27 hours. Why, my friend? Seem very dedicated. I'm not gonna take it away from you. I feel like I need the rest. I need sleep constantly. Without sleep, I am useless. Couldn't sleep. Trying to make a stream consistent schedule. We're having an event these next 2 weeks. What? You know, you gotta be healthy, man. Gotta be healthy. Yeah, I wish you luck with that, but yeah, I'm trying to balance work with painting. It's tough, I understand, but like, yeah, 27 hours. I feel like I would be outclassed because I'm not gonna be doing 27 hours. I'm not gonna be doing that. An art contest. I'll think about it. No, I'll check it out. You have a website? You can link it. No. No, I got that. Art Jam page. Details are here. It's for the community. Fun thing. Alright. Complete that jam. Yeah, if anyone else is interested, click on through. Vocal. Metamorphosis. Interesting, interesting. Yeah. Think about it. Right now I'm like working full time, so I barely have enough time to finish anything. I don't know if I'll be able to get anything in, because I work and then I come home and then I've been painting this thing for like a month now, I feel like. Because I took breaks and then I like didn't get what's it called. So yeah, I'll see if I can finish this up and then get something in. Let's see. Oh, it's tough though. It's tough. Yeah. Yeah, I've been working on and off. If I was working on it for like a straight month, I think I'd kill myself. I'm doing like other things too. But like yeah. There's a lot of stuff I wanted to do. I had that branding stuff, and then I had logos I wanted to do. I'm getting paid for another logo actually, which is kind of funny, I think. Find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. No one likes my illustration. I guess it's really bad. Wow, I just came up with that. That's pretty good, actually, I think. Very sad. Very sad. No, the guy paid me for an illustration too, so like, yeah. So they, so there's branding and there's illustrations. So it's all about that paper. Rungia, RUANJIA. Kind of a big deal. Over 1 million subs. RUANJIA. Yes, you got it. That's it. Yeah, if you type that in, you'll get him. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. He's done work for pretty much all, like a lot of companies. Guild Wars. I think he did a little bit of Legends of Cryptids. I think he has done work for Magic the Gathering. I believe. What else? I feel like her face has written up a little bit, and then her chin hasn't written up, and then. I guess I have to make more chin here, I think. Have to be on my way to bed. Hope to catch you soon. Yeah, hey, thanks. Thanks for stopping by, man. Thanks for the host. Appreciate you. Good luck with the art contest. Yeah, I will. Gotta get some work done. Man, I feel like that trip to Miami never happened. I feel just as tired as I did going there. Which means that I need a different graphic of working. Maybe something more like $25 hours, and then I won't get so fatigued. This 40-hour week's just like, no, I can't do it. Not sure what I want to do with this hand either. There's a lot of stuff I'm just not sure about. I'll be fixing it as I go. There's a lot of stuff. So. Probably be like a liquefy job or something and just get everything correct. Yeah, just toying around with hand shapes. And shapes. Probably gonna get a reference so it goes quicker, because that other hand just took a lot out of me and didn't really go anywhere, to be honest. I still don't really like the hand. I like a lot of the color stuff in it, but there's a lot of cool memes in there that I enjoy. That I feel like I could, you know, expand upon once I have the line work. I think I'll keep this face. And I'll just improve it as I go. Not a big deal. But I've solved a lot of problems, I think, that I kind of outlined, but I just need to keep going, keep solving. Still a lot to do. We can go back. The other things I want to do is smooth. Smooth out some of this. Hey SG Arts, what's up? How's it going? Just painting a little bit. Trying to figure things out. His music is kind of bleh. Yeah. Get that. I get that. Yeah, sometimes I need like other people's music or something like that. Because I just get tired of the same thing over and over. Actually, in like music sharing chats. Streamception. Streaming while streaming? Watching a stream while streaming? Yeah. I heard you like stream it, so I made a stream. You can watch while. Oh. How I want to proceed. It's always tough. More. Oh, it's a noise brush. I feel like he uses noise a lot, actually. Intermittently with. Bazri just found Jablonski out. Cool. You've never heard of Pyotr? You know how like how much of a fanboy I am? I didn't even need to click on it. I knew from the what's it called? From the it's not even the artist name. It's like a pseudonym. It's the pseudonym. Not here. I wonder what he meant by this. What did he mean by this? Bazri works in mysterious ways, I guess. follow everybody on ArtStation. Because it's just a better way of getting to them, I feel like. I don't know. I also don't get to hear them, which is good, I think. I feel like most people feel the same way about my thoughts as I feel about their thoughts. Except they kind of have this thing where it's like, oh, but my thoughts are actually important. It's like, no. No. No, no. No. I feel like it's kind of like a negotiation of respect. You get it if you give it. That's it. How do you go about it? You just jump in? Me? Not looking forward to dipping into color on my piece. Oh, do I just, how do I do color? Do I just jump in? Yeah, like I do different color passes and I do different tries. And I don't really do value first. A lot of people do value first. I don't do that. I usually fix value as I go. And you could tell that there are value mistakes, right? But they're like, also, I think I need to like make the head just a little, I think her neck came a little bit too big. Sorry. Yeah, I feel like her neck came a little bit too big. And she became more giraffe-like than I like. That'll be good if I just... I think it's the, what's it called? Maybe it's not even that. I'll put it on another layer just in case I want to go back. But I don't feel like I'm gonna. Yeah, I just jump in. Feel like it's from the wise words of Craig Mullins is like you're not painting with the correct values when you're using color if you're painting value first. So. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. It's like all that purple stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Am I gonna make a light source here? Is that what's going on? I feel like my brain knows better than I do about what I'm gonna do, because it seems like this part is all lit, this part is all lit, and so it's like this part is all lit, so it's like there has to be a light source there, and I'm just doing it backward. Which is interesting because I usually put in lighting at the end, and so like my brain is already trying to push me towards a certain type of lighting, I think. Maybe. Yeah, because there's also like lighting here a little bit. Might have a little bit of something there, you know? So that I can light this. I have to fix the drawing mistake, and I have to fix the value mistake, because everything is kind of the same value. If you look at Rangia's work, though, his values are so clear, so crisp. Lights are like at 125. He has like these crazy lights on shoulders and stuff. Just very the craziest one is. And that's still about like he has like ribbons and shit in his hair. I didn't even notice that. I'm still like trying to. trying to get some of it. I'm trying to figure out all of it. I think I've started to give a shit less about like studying while painting, especially like master studying while painting. We'll just call it what it is: copying other artists' work. I don't know if that's a good thing. Or being inspired, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if that's a good thing. Good news is I can't achieve those results, so no one will associate my work with like Rungia or something. They won't be able to tell that I'm a bad copycat. Maybe they will, I don't know. If I do a good enough job, I can get into that bad copycat level. Because I've heard this argument like a lot of why would you want to be of what's called a bad Craig Mullins. They could just hire Craig Mullins then, you know. It's like, yeah, there's only one of them though, and he charges a lot. So yeah, there's a really good reason to be a bad Craig Mullins, I think, or bad Rungia. But what about the artistry? What about all these things? I feel like I give less and less of a shit as I go. Just don't care. I wonder if with the new EU copyright bill, they're gonna start I don't know, like there's a lot of stuff that's fair use in art or at this gradient right now. You have a lot of, especially like, I guess the most egregious one is like fan artists. And fan artists, no one goes after fan artists because it's just a bad idea to do it. But you know, if you can say something like, "Oh, it's not me that's going after them. You see, it's not me. You see, it's the filter. The filter is identified their works, and it yeah. I'm sorry, it's not me. It's just because whenever you can do this thing where you just corporatize liability, that's when things get really interesting, I think. That's when things get like, oh, yeah, I don't want to do this thing that I'm doing emphatically over and over and over again. I just like, oh man, it's the law and it's the filter. It's someone acting in my stead. I wonder. I wonder. I wonder if there is a. I mean, like it's a future fan artists. I guess like. What about what I'm doing? If they do, like, let's just bite the bullet there and say that like fan artists no longer are able to depict copyrighted characters and intellectual property. What about what I'm doing? Would that also go if I'm like, because I'm studying and I'm like trying to figure out what, say, Rungia's copyrighted, what's it called? I guess I would just not do it online. That's what my thing would be. And then like the published work would come out and it looks kind of like Rengia and it's like, oh, did you do this by yourself? Yes, absolutely. Everything is my work. I've done all of this. I feel like so. It's gonna be a lot more dishonest. I don't know, I like honesty, but I also like being able to publish work. Even if it is, you know, slightly inspired or heavily inspired. I wonder about that. Good thing I'm not living in Europe, I guess. I don't actually have to think about it in any way other than academically. Right? I'm not actually trying to. But someone might. Someone living in the EU might be. I personally think it's a little overblown the way it works, the way that the internet has responded to it. Because this is an artist's bill. I feel like the idea behind it is we're going to allow artists to regain control of their copyright. You know, because small artists can't go around to all these websites policing their content, right? And the way it works now, though, is it's not someone submitting your artwork, period. It's like someone cropping your image and putting their logo on it, and like saying like, "Oh, this is mine." Like, you made this? Yeah, I made this. Hey, Slushhead, what's up, dude? Like, I'm not afraid of this. I don't lose sleep over it. I just know that it happens, and it has happened to me. Even my shitty work has been appropriated. So like, there's if you like some of the older shittier work, which is even funnier to me, because it's like, oh man, I get well okay. But yeah, so there's no way to police content, and so it would be like setting up a YouTube content ID. Yeah, for like, I have a lot of old stuff. Yeah, honored. I mean, they didn't copy it. They just like they copy pasted it into what's called and used it as a logo. I mean, the thing I felt was like kind of honored, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go after this guy. There's just no point. Some weird Asian website. I don't know. Yeah, it feels like a street Oscar. There's a guy who I think he played a crackhead on, or was it heroin? On the Wire, and then like he said that he felt that he won the greatest award when he walked down the street and someone, like in full actor attire, and someone recognized him as a cohort, and he gave him some of the drugs or some shit like that. And I was just like, oh, okay, that's kind of like, what's it called? But yeah, this is just an aside. I didn't want to like, oh man, I'm so cool. Someone stole my artwork. No, but what's it called? I feel like that whole European thing, Article 13 and all that, they were massively overblown. I think a little bit, because it really is like YouTube content ID, but for everybody instead of just YouTube, which probably isn't doable, but you know, whatever. Some of the places should have that, like Facebook should have that, or Reddit should have that, you know. Some of these bigger platforms that are just like, I feel like everyone is talking about, you know, someone's blog as if they are Facebook, which is just really funny, but it's kind of the way that this type of thing happens. It's always like, oh yeah, this mom and pop business, transcontinental Amazon, you know, or some shit like that. It's just like, oh man, it's just a mom and pop. It's funny, but yeah. Anyway, so I mean, like, yeah, I don't know if fan art is gonna be covered on this, because I know you guys don't have fair use in Europe. It's gonna be interesting, I think. I think there's one case of fair use that I'm aware of in UK case law, and it sounds something like Cassette Boy was allowed to remix. But that's it, I think. You don't actually have an what's it called, that defense enshrined anywhere. So tough luck, Europeans, especially the Germans. I feel like it is a rite of passage. Just smash your face on the keyboard for a while, and then like, just, you know, get the agony going, and then once you figure out what it is you want, I don't know, draw stuff, and then like change the colors around, and then change it out, change everything around, I guess would be it in a nutshell. Disney keeps changing our copyright laws, which would probably make the whole thing messier. Just guess. Yes, I believe that companies like Disney really are overreaching when it comes to things like copyright. 70 years for a piece to become public domain, I think, and the fact that they have shifty ways of making it not enter public domain. I think is kind of a shame. So we'll see. I know that for a fact that it's going to be abused, just like the YouTube content ID, what's it called, system. Like the YouTube content ID is great in theory, and then like when you get it in front of people, it's like, oh, so you are claiming this thing that isn't yours, and we're just gonna take it down, okay? And you're gonna get the money for it. All right, I guess. There's no recourse. There's just like, I gotta wait like a month. It's like, oh, and you could like the thing that I made is now someone else's property. Sometimes this happens, like not a lot, but and they have an army of people, just like making sure that that doesn't happen. I described like a worst case scenario that might not even exist anymore. I think I remember something like that happening though. Stuff from HP Lovecraft that is so confusing. What you can't use. I think you can like see, that's the beauty of fair use, is that you would be protected as long as you make it transformative work. I think So I don't know if there's ever been an argument about fan art being transformative. I'm not sure if that ever happened. At least I'm not aware of it. Konnichiwa. Late Eyes. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, draw stuff and then color it and then color it again and then bash photos on top of it and try to reference better artists to figure out what they're doing at the end. Try to learn. Like, my process is a process of learning. I'm actively trying to learn something from someone who's better than me, and then I've accepted them as better than me, so there's no confusion about it. And then yeah, and it's like, that's at the end I try to make something that isn't what I'm trying to reference or understand. I'm not trying to make grungiest work. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to learn something. If I come up with a piece that's workable, that like I can show to people, that's great. If I don't, if it just sucks, whatever, who cares? As long as I learn something and what's it called? I figure something out, then everything is Gucci. Obviously, I want to come up with something that's interesting, like what's it called? It doesn't always happen though. So like, you know, you can have failures. But yeah, it's like that. Pieces that you like, other people don't like, and things like that. It's always tough. And pieces that you don't like, people like, and it's just like, what are you doing? Stop it! Stop liking this. Go away. It's bad. So it's always just like, you know what, just take your time, come up with an idea, draw, use any shortcut you want, come out learning something. How many fingers does a person have? Is it like 5 or something? I feel like it's not 6. 1, 2, 3. Make mistakes, you know. But like, to describe the process. Quick maths. 6 plus 6 is 12. Yeah, but yeah, I guess I could show you if you wanted to see. I can show you the previous versions of it. Drawing 3, I believe. Oh yeah, this is an integral part of the process. You gotta name whatever it is that you're working on in such a way that you can't figure out what it is when you look for it. Very important. Very important. Should be something like ASD. Yeah, use a lot of references. Try to figure things out, you know. Make mistakes. Lost the rest of it, but whatever. But it sounds like something like this. You go from figuring out. Yeah, I'm pretty messy. I switch things around all the time. I might start with one type of composition. I might start with one type of lighting. I might start with one type of thing, and then I try to figure out something and make it look good in different ways, and then whatever I come up with is what I come up with. I only decided to use Renjia's color schemes after, so that's why it was kind of my color scheme was going to be orange, or green rather, more green than anything else. I'm still trying to keep some of that green, green and orange for orange skin tone and stuff. But I thought, well, I really want to try Rangia's colors because they're very beautiful. I didn't really get his colors. I got my bad interpretation of a set of colors that could kind of potentially look like but yeah, it's kind of like that. You know, still trying to design parts of it. Still trying to like say like, oh, what's the better way of depicting this thing? What is this supposed to be? A chair? Well, I'm not sure I got the concept across now. I'm not sure if I need the long phallic object anymore. I'm not sure if I need that. I feel like I kind of do. So it's gonna stick around. It's supposed to be repairs or some kind of self-repairs. Kind of keyboard here. Yeah, maybe a keyboard or some sort. Okay, got a question about streaming. The whole self-narrating babbling thing is super awkward. I love this question. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just silent. That was great though. Rest in pastrami. Yeah, sometimes they just like. I don't know. I guess I'm pretty good at talking to myself. I just kind of pretend that there is someone listening. I feel like because Ixie is here, I can give credence to that myth, and then I can act on it. But I'm pretty sure that, like, at the end of the day, I'm just fooling myself. It's an instantiation of a Burger King, not just a patriarchal figure. Fuck, dude, that Jordan Peterson clip is stuck in my head. Just like, but me and Sean both agree that it just like blows the lid off our imitations of Kermit. It's just not. We're not even in like the same league. It's not even like not even close. Because he just, I believe he's a professional. I feel like I know this one guy who does professional voice acting, and it took him much less time than it took me to learn Kermit's. I mean, what I did was I just listened to, I'm not listening. A paradox appears. Yeah, I feel like there's a. What was I gonna say? Something. Oh yeah. I listened to Kermit the Frog, and then I just added some of that awkward Canadian to it, and I was like, oh, that sounds about right. Jordan Peterson. Yeah. Well, I've thought a lot about this, and Kermit the Frog is an instantiation of a pro-capitalist message. Why not be a frog? You know? Solzhenitsyn must have thought a lot about frogs when he was in the gulag. You see, there's not much to think about in the gulag except I guess the metaphysics of frogs and food. Yeah, food's an important one. I don't know. I guess I'm just having fun with it. I think what I'll do is I'll take a break, fry up that steak, finish eating that steak really quick. I don't really want to eat it on stream. I feel like that's. I don't know if it's like it was nice of her to just leave the steak like unfrozen for me, because I don't really like when the steak is like, it's not good if you just, it's not even a real steak, so like you have to cook it properly, otherwise it becomes even worse. So it's like, I think it's what's it called, what do you call that, flank, I believe. I think it was flank, that part of the, so it's a little cheaper. And it might be flank. I don't remember what we wanted. But yeah, if you don't cook steak properly, it tastes like rubber. And then if you leave it just outside for a little while, it begins to become rubber anyway. So I feel like it was nice of her not to cook it, but then I didn't have anything to eat, and so it's just like, oh no, I'm hungry. Hey Roth, what's up, dude? Thanks for the. Let me see. I don't remember if it was flank. Let me see which part. I gotta look it up. T-bone, sirloin. T-bone, sirloin. I think it was. Yeah, my favorites are T-bone, sirloin, ribeye. Don't really eat filet mignon, but I guess. Yeah, I think flank. Yeah, I think it is flank. Flank is good. Don't get me wrong. Flank is pretty good. I think it's definitely one of the cheaper ones. Almost. Might have been tri-tip. I gotta but I gotta cook it real nice for it to otherwise it gets this kind of what do you call it? There's this taste. Not a big fan of. And it tastes kind of like kind of like bad burger meat. You know, like if burger meat has been sitting in there for too long. I don't know. Maybe it was just bad steak. As long as you cook it well, you know, as long as you cook it well. Like, it's got red inside. It's got a nice seasoned and burnt outside. Then it's all good. It's fine eats, I would say. Oh, did I just bake in the... No, I didn't bake in the... How do I use layers? I don't know. Did I get everything? Okay, I'm gonna lock this one so I don't do that again. Because you can't trust me around. Bad Burger Meat is the name of my favorite ska band. It does sound like something out of that punk era. I want to make the face as soft as Renjia's face softness. That's gonna be hours of me trying to figure out how to do that. I want to eat real quick and then yeah, and then I'll restart the stream in like an hour or two, and I'll try to finish this thing up. But yeah, thank you guys for coming by. Hope to see you again. Hopefully I'll be back and because sometimes I eat and I'm just like, fuck all this, I'm out, peace. But yeah, thank you for coming, and hopefully, yeah,